Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel NCERT Maths with Pradeep. Today we are going to start our new chapter of grade 8 maths, that is chapter number 9, and its name is algebraic expressions and identities. Okay, so for in this video I am explaining just the introduction, that means what are algebraic expressions and what are identities. Okay, so let's get started. First of all, we should know what is an algebraic expression. You might have done in the last grade also that what are expressions, any combinations of different terms in which we have some variables and some constants. So that means algebraic expression is an expression that consists of one or more variables. That means we can have only one variable in the expression or we can have more than one variables. It could also contain some constants and some variables. So that means we have some constants, we have some variables, and the combination of those terms is called algebraic expression. So let's see in this example, we have 2x plus 5y plus 6. So this consists of three different terms. I'll just show you. This is one term, this is our second term, and this is our third term. So that means what is a term in algebraic expression? Any term which can be alone variable, alone constant, or together multiplied, that is also a term. For example, here 2x is one term. That means 2 is a constant, x is a variable, and both are getting multiplied. So how to differentiate different terms in an expression? Whenever you have any operation sign in between them, suppose plus or minus is there, so before that we have one separate term. So here in between these two plus sign we have 5y as term, and this is our third term. So we can say that term can be only constant, term can be a combination of variable and constant. So this is also 5-1. It is not necessary that we can have more than one terms together to form an expression. We can have only one term also in an expression, or two terms also. See here in this expression we don't have any constant. So that means it is not necessary that we should have both variables or both constants together. So anything in which we can have some variable, some constant, and they are being combined together with different addition or subtraction signs, that is referred as algebraic expression. Okay, is it clear? So we should know some points about algebraic expressions, that is we will put any value of variable. That means in any expression you can put any value of that variable. So first of all we should know what is variable. A variable in which we can put any value of its desired area. So if it is integer we can put any integer. If it is only natural numbers we can put any natural number in that. So that means whenever we put any value of variable in the expression, every time we will have a separate answer. That means if I put x as something, y as something, and solve it, we will have one value. If I change the value of variables, I will have a different value. So that means we will put any value of variable and find the value of expression. So as many values we put for variables, we can have as many values of expression also. So expression is made up of terms. I already mentioned you, this type we have three terms in this expression. We can have one term, two term, three term, or many number of terms according to our requirement. So what are terms? Means these separate terms 2x, 5y and 6, they are combined together and overall they will form an expression. For example, let's consider this. This is 3x square minus 5y. So in this expression we have two terms. First term is 3x square, second term is 5y. Okay, so these two terms when combined together, or we can say when subtracted together, they will form one expression. So in this expression we have two numerical values also. So they are referred as numerical coefficients. So what are numerical coefficients? In front of any variable, the value that is attached, that is called numerical coefficient. For example, what is numerical coefficient of x square? It is 3. What is numerical coefficient of y? It is 5. So these two are referred as numerical coefficients, and x and y are variables. Variable means we have a choice of putting as many values as we want in these variables and find the value of expression. Do you know what is the difference between an expression and equation? See, in expression we have only different terms combined together but without equality sign. So equation, as it is clear from the name only, that equation means which has equal to sign. So that means we will have left hand side, we will have some right hand side, and both are equated together. So in equation we will put one value and equate that value to the other side of the equation. So in equation we have both left hand side and right hand side, but in expression we have only one side. Is it clear? So once it is clear that what is expression, what is equation, we also have one more thing in the chapter name, that is identities. What are identities? Identities are, for the time being, you can refer them as formulas. That means it is true for all the values that we will put in the variable, and we can see that the left hand side will be equal to right hand side. So in this video we have learned algebraic expressions, equation and identities. So now let's move to our another topic. This is our next topic of this chapter, that is types of term. So what are the different types of term? We have like terms and unlike terms. So let's see what are these like terms and unlike terms. So first term is like terms. Those terms which are formed from same variables. That means variables should be same and the powers of those variables should also be same. So means two things are same. One is variable is same and second is their powers are also same. Then those terms will be referred as like terms, right? So two things we should check. First of all, variables should be same, and second is their powers should also be same. So those terms are like terms. Now let's see what are unlike terms. Any one of the two conditions, if it is false, then that term will be unlike term. So that means either variable is different. So here we should check both variables should be same in each term. But if variable itself is different, then that is unlike term. But if variable is same, then what? Then second thing we should check is the power of those variables. If powers are different, then also those terms are called unlike terms. So now let's see in example how to differentiate between like terms and unlike terms. See here in this example, 7x, 14x and minus 13x. So we have three separate terms. So first thing we should check is variable. So each term has same variable as x. Now second thing is power of that variable. Here in each term power of x is 1. So both things are same. Variables are also same. Their powers are also same. So all these three terms will be referred as like terms. Let's see our second example. Here we have two separate terms, 7x and 5x squared. So first thing is variable is x in both terms. Second we have to check is their power. See here power of x is 1, but in this power of x is 2. So powers are different. Even though variable is same in both the terms, but their powers are different or the degrees are different. So these terms are unlike terms. So now let's see our third example. Here we have two terms again, that is 7x and 5y. So first thing is we should check our variable. Here variable itself are different. One term has variable x and second term has variable y. Since variables are different, no need to check their powers and directly we can say that these are unlike terms. So now we can differentiate between like terms and unlike terms. Please always remember one thing, that whenever you have to add or subtract the different expressions, so we should club or we should group like terms together and unlike terms separately. We can add or subtract only like terms. We cannot add one term with second term or subtract one term with second term if they are not like. So during addition we will first differentiate what are the different like terms, combine them together and then add them. But in subtraction we will write our first expression, write our second expression. So make sure that you are writing like terms below the same terms, and then we will change the sign and then subtract. This I will explain you when I am doing any examples of these like and unlike terms. This is all about this video. See you in the next video with further topic of this chapter.